What's up, everybody? In this video, we're gonna go back to operations. Welcome to another episode. My name is Ralph Veloza. For those of you who've been keeping up with the channel, I've been in short-term rentals for quite a while now, and I'm trying to help as many of you get started and help you do things correctly to make sure that we're all doing well in this business. Today, I'm going to talk about the importance of setting your listing correctly on Airbnb. Now, I know a lot of my prior videos, I talked about like numbers, generating income, like a lot of different stuff, but this one I wanted to be strictly operations to help you succeed, to make your listing stand out above the rest, okay? Now, with that being said, let's get started. The first thing you're gonna wanna do when you're setting up your listing, and now keep in mind guys, this is through Airbnb. If you're on VRBO and Booking.com, it's gonna be very different. But on Airbnb, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is number one, make sure you have professional photos. Don't go and start a listing with very bad photos. Unless you're in an awesome market where you're like next door to Disneyland or like right across the street from the beach or like right across the street from a medical hospital, you're gonna need to market your place properly. And the best way to do so is by having professional photos, okay? I wish I could make a video about photo organization for you guys. It's very difficult to do it here. I have to show you guys on the computer, so it makes it a little bit tough, but I'm gonna give you guys a quick overview of how your photos should look. The first 5 photos are going to be the photos that stand out, that make a person wanna book. The first photo is the most important because when people are scrolling through hundreds of photos, the first one's gonna make it stand out and they're gonna go, oh, I like that one. It's very bright, very beautiful. Let's see what this is about. Then they're gonna click on the listing, they're gonna look at the top 5 photos, and those 5 photos is what's gonna sell them. So the best thing you're gonna wanna do is the first photo, make your brightest, best overview photo of either the highlighted room, which is the bedroom, or the living room area. And make sure it's clean, crisp, and at a good angle for the photo. It's not like an upper view or a lower view. It's not a cell phone shot all crooked. A professional photographer should be able to take really good, bright photos of you, and you should have at least 35 to 50 photos in your listing of everything. But going back to your first photo, it's what's going to make the first person click. And if it's a bright, beautiful, large photo that highlights the space, it's gonna attract the attention. The second thing is the 5 photos, you're gonna wanna highlight the entire space. Give the experience of the space. You want a picture of the living room, picture of the bedroom, picture of the work desk if you're attracting business travelers, a picture of the entire patio if you're promoting patio and barbecue and backyard, and then another picture of, I don't know, if you're providing like a special type of coffee or something like that, right? But your first 5 photos are gonna be like overview of your place. Then the next 5 photos for the first 10, it's just highlighting the rest of your places, right? Whether you got washer and dryer, how far it is from the top attractions. You can put like a screenshot of like an Uber driver video for the attraction from your house to like the nearest attraction to the beach or whatever it may be. And then from there, just highlight the space. The rest of your photos should be like, okay, when you walk in the door, it looks like this, then this is the bedroom, then you go into the living room, this is the kitchen, this is the bathroom, etc., etc. Make it in order. You're telling a story in your photos, okay? That's gonna be number 1. It's gonna make you help stand out. Number 2 is going to be your title. Your title of your listing is huge. It used to be where you can put emojis and make it pop. I think they just did an update where you can't do that anymore. You might get in trouble for doing it. I don't know. Do that at your own risk. But the listing is super important. I can't tell you how many listings I see where people put gorgeous 1 bedroom with the patio. Cool. There's 1,000 of those on Airbnb that I can click from. What's special about yours, right? In your title, you're going to want to highlight specific things. For example, king bed. That's important for some people. A king bed's huge. I like to stay in king beds. I hate staying in queen or twin beds. It's uncomfortable, it's small. If I'm staying there with my girlfriend, like we're all tight, there's no space, right? King beds. The second thing is AC. There's a lot of places that don't have AC, so if you put it on the title, when I see it, I go, ooh, they have AC. Cool. Washer and dryer. Washer and dryer is huge. If you're coming to the city in LA or the beach, parking is a massive one. So if you have parking, put that on the title because it makes it stand out. You're gonna put 4 or 5 key terms on the title that stands out. Don't put something like gorgeous, luxurious 2-bedroom apartment. Cool. My luxury doesn't mean what your luxury means. Your gorgeous doesn't mean what I think is gorgeous. But if you talk about the actual highlights where it says parking, washer and dryer, king bed, barbecue and large patio, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of good amenities. Let me click on it. Wow, bright photos. That looks awesome. Let me keep going. The title is huge because it's what's going to make it appealing to that customer on those highlights that you have. If you provide 1,000 megabytes, 1 gigabyte Wi-Fi, put that on there. That's huge. A business traveler needs fast Wi-Fi. A content creator needs fast Wi-Fi, especially if you're providing a work desk with the printer. No brainer. Baby amenities, pack and play, a crib. Cribs are huge right now, right? A lot of people travel with their babies. They need a place for their baby to sleep. Crib is huge. Put that on the title. Moving on. Number 3. Your listing description. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been bored reading listing descriptions. Now this is kind of market specific. If you're in a very vacation rental heavy market, put a beautiful description of the actual place itself with the surroundings, right? Beautiful 1940s cabin surrounded by miles of woods, walk to the lake, whatever it is, but do a brief 3 to 4 sentence paragraph. Do not go on to a book in your listing description where it's 5 paragraphs of mumbo jumbo, as they call it. I won't make it past paragraph 1 and people aren't gonna book. They're gonna be like, oh my God, dude, next. So here's what I do. I put maybe the first 3-4 sentences, a brief description. Unique loft in downtown area, in the beautiful art district area, surrounded by restaurants, bars, all within walking distance. Something like that. And then I put key highlights. 1 designated parking spot, Tesla charger on site, baby amenities, pack and play, baby bath, baby soaps, 2-car garage, washer and dryer inside the unit, 1 mile to Disneyland, 2 blocks to the beach, pet friendly, things like that. Highlight your most important, most unique things about your location in bulletproof points in that first listing description. Then when you go on to the next part of your listing description, things to note, I always put the bed breakdown. What do I mean by that? I put how many people the listing sleeps. That's super important to put. That's literally the second thing I put after the listing description. Sleeps 6 comfortably, and then I explain how. 1 king bed, sleeps 2. 1 queen bed, sleeps 2. 1 sleeper sofa, sleeps 2. 1 pull-out couch, sleeps 2. 1 twin roll-out bed, sleeps 1. And then people see where people are going to sleep. Every time I go to book a place and I see that it says sleeps 8, and then all I see is the photos of 2 queen beds, I'm like, dude, sleeps 8? Like what, we're supposed to sleep on the rug? Doesn't make sense. So if you put the description of where people are going to sleep, it's going to push your listing so much further, because now you're letting people know where they're actually going to sleep. Inflatable mattress in the attic, sleeps 2. Attic is nice and open. Cool. Now I know where 2 more people are going to sleep. Now I have a large party. Crib, sleeps a baby. If I put my listing as baby friendly and I don't have a crib, they're gonna be like, how is this baby friendly? But then they show up and there's a crib, they never knew about it. Highlight that stuff. And then obviously talk about all the other important stuff on the bottom. Like I put maybe 5 top attractions. Nearest attraction, 1 mile to the beach, 2 miles to the nearest hospital, 3 miles to the nearest college, 2 miles to the nearest theme park, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Highlight those maybe 5 points of what's the nearest within walking distance, whether it's not. One tip is add the walk score to your place if you're in a very big, busy city like LA. That's important because sometimes people don't want to take a car or they don't want to rent a car. If they don't need a car because everything's within walking distance, highlight that. That's huge. Now people save money on renting a vehicle. For me, for example, some of my Disneyland locations, I put Uber to Disneyland for $10, save the $50 parking fee. That's a $40 saving for them to Uber and back. Of course I'm gonna highlight that. That's gonna be a huge help. We're in hospitality, people are gonna appreciate that. From there on, make sure all your amenities are selected. Again, every time I look at people and it's like, they don't select things like AC, but then they have AC. Or no parking and then they have parking. Dude, go through your amenities and make sure you select it. Make sure you put on there what size TVs you have. Are they smart TVs? Things like that. And then from there, you're going to make sure that the rest of your stuff is properly selected. If you have cameras, disclose it. I don't suggest anybody put cameras inside. Last I heard they were legal. Somebody tried to find me on it and say it was legal. I've gotten in trouble for having cameras outside. So I'm pretty sure cameras inside is not allowed. Do your own research, I don't know. But whenever I have a camera outside, I make sure I put it on there, doorbell camera. Don't put weapons in property. Make sure you go through all the securities. Make sure you have a fire hydrant, smoke alarm, all that stuff, keypad. Make sure you put on the description how people check in, right, through a keypad, self-check-in, whatever the case may be. And then the last part of this is your house rules. This is huge. Make sure that your house rules are all in order. Whether you're telling people they can't bring extra guests, whether they can't bring unannounced pets, if there's a fee for losing the remote, put that on the description because Airbnb won't back you if it's not in the house rules. Other than that, that's pretty much the biggest things that are going to help your listing stand out. Now, listings become stagnant over time and they drop in the rankings. They drop on the rankings based on your upkeep. So make sure you're constantly going through them, maybe once a month, change a photo up, change your descriptions up, boost yourself up in the rankings by sharing your listing with people. Don't go and share it with your friends and family and have them all hearted. I think that affects you negatively. I don't know. I haven't tested it, but I've heard different stories from both sides. Hopefully this video was helpful to help you guys get your listing up and running. Those are the major key things on the main page of your Airbnb listing, right? The listing title, your photos, your description. It should go without saying that your photos should highlight your place because you got a designer. You didn't design it yourself. Imagine like right now watching this and I have nothing back and it's just a blank wall. You have nothing to look at. You'd probably be bored with me rambling on and just a boring dead place in the back and be like, You know, it sucks. So make sure that you guys highlight your place properly. Do some accent walls, do some highlighted lights, whatever it is that you're doing. Show good videos of your patio, your barbecue. Highlight the unique spaces in your photos so that people get attracted to your location. If you have a hot tub, you have a pool, if it's a heated pool, if you have a gym, a Peloton, whatever it is that you have in there, highlight it. And then your description, don't make it boring. You don't want people to get bored and move on. Highlight what you're highlighting. Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Location, location, location. It's what's going to sell your place. Anyway, back to it. Love you all. Thanks for being here. If this was helpful, give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm, I think. Otherwise, share it with a friend, share it with another local Airbnb operator, and I'll see you on the next one.